All right, everyone, welcome to the state of the channel for 2025 and looking ahead to 2026. I like to put these videos out on New Year's Eve every year, not just because a lot of other people do it, but because it gives me a good chance to reflect on everything, because this was definitely an interesting year for the channel in a lot of ways. First off, this is the third straight year that I've been able to do this full time, and the third straight year that I've been able to make a living off of YouTube and streaming games and researching wild and crazy stories from NFL history. And it's all because of you guys. I look back at where I was 3 years ago in law school and to see where I am now with all you guys, it really is amazing. I love this community that we built. I love what we've been able to do. I'm so fortunate that I'm able to get up every day, wake up and do a job that I love that doesn't feel like work at all. I remember waking up for law school and being in agony over the day ahead of me. I haven't felt that in the last 3 years, and it's all because of you guys. I recognize how hard it is to get into this position. I don't take it for granted one bit, and I am truly grateful for each and every one of you who have watched my videos, tuned into my live streams, and have given me support, whether you're new to the channel or have been here since the beginning. I appreciate all of you. With that in mind, let's get what I think is the elephant in the room out of the way. A lot changed in 2025. A lot changed. I don't just mean for me personally, seeing as I have a gallbladder surgery on my 28th birthday, which was a great way to spend my birthday in the hospital, but in terms of the channel, a lot changed. I've always considered myself, for the longest time, a YouTuber first and a streamer second. So I get videos out every day no matter what, and would stream whenever I could. And now that's kind of flipped. You can probably tell that while I'm getting a lot of videos out, the frequency has definitely dipped. I love making these videos and researching these things and putting these things together and uncovering some wild stories about the NFL. And that's why most of you have subbed to me. And obviously nothing's changing there because I still love doing that. It's just this weird spot right now where, because the income has drastically flipped, which again is fine by me because I love doing both equally and I love sharing my knowledge and all that fun stuff, I'm in this weird spot right now. I'm talking about the streams making double what videos are making. Just for some reference, here's the back end in terms of my top earning videos of 2025 across the board. And of the top 43 earning videos, 41 of them were live streams. That red box, those are the only two videos that were in the top 43. The vids aren't necessarily performing like they used to, and part of that's on me. And they are doing better a bit as of late, thanks to some new strategies I've been implementing in terms of how they start and with the script writing and the titles and the thumbnails. They may be able to notice over the past few weeks, and we're going to keep experimenting with. But the streams have been amazing. This is not a complaint. This is not me being negative. This is not anything like that. This is more about your support and what you guys have done for me, and it's incredible. Because you guys have been coming on stream every single night, and we've really built this incredible family and community where I can't believe it, but I feel so blessed to have people tuning in literally every single night for hours at a time, spending their nights and their lives with me, and it's awesome. I'll be live at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast, and still have people who were there 12 hours ago, and it baffles me in the best way possible. You guys have kept me going throughout all of this. I've had a blast streaming everything, and nothing's changing there, and I've noticed the numbers go up and up on these streams. I've noticed you guys consistently happy, and I love doing all that. It's just this insanely weird spot because these streams are doing well, and these streams are long, and I'm a one-man show, and there's only so many hours in the day. So, unfortunately, until I'm able to get a team around me, and hopefully that day comes at some point, there's only so much I can do when it comes to content. And that sucks because I love making content more than anything else. And I wish I could post on JG9 and JG8 every day and do a bunch of JG9 news stories and stream, and I just don't have time for all of that, nor do I have the vocal strength for all of that. Nothing would please me more than to be able to stream the college football triple-header on Saturdays, do the overtime afterwards, be off stream, and have 4 or 5 dumb decisions out the next day on JG8 on some of the dumbest things I've seen college coaches do, but it's just not feasible. You see this chart here, and it shows how much I streamed, and you see it. I streamed about 2,000 hours in 2025 and was pulling over 200 hours a month once football season took full swing over the final 4 months of the year. That number for 2,000 hours would have been a lot higher too if it wasn't for the surgery or the cruise that I took after the season, which I'm not doing this year because of the Winter Olympics. So you figure I'm streaming about 7 hours a day, with some days, especially during the fall months, skewing way higher than that because of college football Saturday triple headers. And that doesn't include the time it takes to set up the stream and do all of that with the background and the assets and all the tags and everything that the algorithm likes. So combine that, plus the videos, plus some stuff I do on the side helping other YouTubers out with copyright issues. It's a lot. Long story short, I work a lot. And I love what I do, and it just stinks that there's only 24 hours in the day and that I can't do more. You look at a lot of people in this field, like Tom Grossi, for example, who I love, and I can't wait for him to hit the million. We did that fundraiser stream earlier for Grossi, where we raised over $3,000 for charity. I was so proud of that and the work that we were able to do. And hopefully we can do that again this year. But you're looking at a guy like Tom Grossi, he's able to upload YouTube shorts in the middle of the game because he has some guys working for him. And I can't do that. It's just me on here. It's always been that way, and it's staying that way for the foreseeable future. It's a long way to saying that I'm trying my absolute best to get as many videos and daily uploads as possible. But if I go a day or two without uploading, or I say there's a video coming out and there's a change of plans, bear with me, because at that point, because of the community and just the reality of YouTube at the moment, especially with the way the streams have been increasing viewership, the way everything's been going there, and with this year generating more revenue for me streaming than the videos, that's sort of the top priority. It's 1 in 1A, but you get what I mean. The streams will take priority over the videos. If I don't get a video out that day, it's not because I don't want to. It's not because I forgot about it, or if I don't get a JG8 vid out or a JG9 news vid out. It's just because the stream went for a long time, my voice is shot, or my restless leg syndrome kicks in, my body tells me it's time for bed because I can't function during that. Or I just need to rest because you do need to get some sleep at some point. Just the reality of the situation. Now, having said that, on tap for 2026, it's going to be exciting. On the streaming side, we do just about everything now, so you can bet that we're live for the Winter Olympics and the World Cup. When it comes to the Winter Olympics, it'll be like I did for the Summer Olympics back in 2024, although this time I have way more experience and comfort level jumping between everything and organizing everything, so it shouldn't be too bad. We'll do every day minus the Super Bowl and the day after the Super Bowl. Of course, this is all contingent on, I cannot believe I'm saying this, the Jaguars making the Super Bowl. The Jaguars in the playoffs throws a bit of a wrench into not only what I stream over the next 6 weeks, but when I stream and where I stream. I don't know where I'm going to be, depending on where the Jaguars play. This is going to be a wild time that I did not think was possible. So bear with me the next 6 weeks if the schedule is a little bit wonky, just because the Jaguars are on a run and my schedule will be a bit off in that regard, because I don't do Jaguars games when it comes to streaming. But nothing's changing in terms of doing baseball or college basketball or anything else. We're going to do the Winter Olympics. We're going to do the World Cup. We're going to keep ramping it up and growing this community as long as it takes. And we're going to steadily climb our way to 70K, then 80K, and hopefully the silver plaque at 100,000. I'm not sure when that's coming. I'll be so grateful if it does, and hopefully it comes this year in 2026. On the video side, again, the goal, get stuff out every single day. Whether it's feasibly possible, now that I'm streaming so much, seeing as it takes about 6 hours to put together a video, plus the 7 hours a day that I'm streaming, plus the stuff I need to take care of on the side, especially because I don't take these off with streaming, plus other personal stuff like making sure I'm getting enough sleep and vocal rest and taking care of myself. I'm not sure, but that's the plan. I want to also try experimenting with YouTube Shorts this year, since just about everyone does it at this point, and it does seem to help growth. It seems to be working for a lot of creators, so I'm going to try it. Be on the lookout for that. The Shorts, it's going to be a mix of repackaged history videos, some cool things I found that can't be a long-form video, and just some random dives into players that I found interesting, but hopefully we can grow our presence there. The Shorts will not be as in-depth as the long-form videos, as you can probably expect, since the Shorts are about 90 seconds long, but we're going to try and see what happens with some Shorts over the coming days. But I just want to reiterate how awesome of a community that we have here. I see so many of my peers that I went to law school with completely burnt out and exhausted and not really liking their job or the people that they work with. And I get to work in my apartment with this setup behind me and just talk football with all of you and just talk sports for a living. When I hang out with friends from law school and they talk about their days, I just think it sounds like hell compared to what I get to do. And it's all because of you guys. I look back at last year's State of the Channel, and it really is crazy to think of where I was a year ago. I was looking back at how much I streamed and how much I did. And in 2024, I streamed about 1,100 hours and was really proud of myself for that. And I thought that was me on steroids, ramping it up to the max. Fast forward a year, we doubled that. We basically doubled that to 2,000 hours of streaming. It's weird because sometimes I feel like I could be doing more. And then I look back at the numbers and look back at everything on a year-to-year basis, and I say to myself, actually, I did more this year than I did last year and probably couldn't do more. And then the cycle just continues. It's weird again because I'm not putting out as many videos, so a part of me thinks I'm not doing as much, but then I look and I'm like, well, in terms of what you're doing on the channel, you're actually doing more than what you did last year and more than what you did in 23, and it just keeps going like that. The cycle continues. I don't know what the future holds for this channel in terms of where I'll be in 2026 from a viewership standpoint or a subscriber standpoint or a monetary standpoint or anything like that. But whatever happens, I'm just so glad that I'm able to do this with all of you guys and that we're going into the new year on a really, really high note. So on that note, I said last year that what you were getting from me in 2025 was me on steroids with tons of content, tons of streams, tons of exciting stuff about NFL history, and tons of noticeable upgrades to the studio. Hopefully, I was able to deliver that. I'm not sure if I did or not, but I hope I can definitely do that and leave no doubt in 2026 for that. I said last year that I wanted to produce 1,000 videos in 2025 across all my channels, including the live streams. And that's the goal I have for 2026. Now, in terms of 2025, we got to about 850. So not quite there, but hopefully we can do that in 2026. I am so happy to be on this journey with you guys. So blessed that I get to do this for a living. And with that, I appreciate you guys a ton. Have a happy, healthy, and a safe new year. And I'll see you guys soon for what I hope is the best year yet.